Hey guys, Tyrope here, bringing you a 1v1 today. We are on Twin Beaches. I'm today's pointing in the south bay of Dugo, playing with Wehrmacht. So, battle group lock in yet. Dugo around rank 100 with Wehrmacht. From the north we have blue Skidrow. I believe that's how. I believe that's their name. Playing with US forces. No battle group lock in there either. Blue Skidrow a little bit low in rank, around 220, though is top 50 with two other factions. I think it's just a function of not having quite as many games with US forces to climb the
MG42 and crew available.
MMR ladder.
Listen up, Max. Orders. What next?
So we've got a double Pio Grenadier MG start. Interesting from Dugo. I don't know if I'm a big fan of that. Probably gets you off to a bit of a stronger start in terms of territory control, but Pioneers are just so weak in this game. We'll see how he gets on with them. At the moment it seems less important as well to have double Pioneers because there's not as much mine planting going on as there was in Company of Heroes 2. You kind of don't need like a flamer and a sweeper as desperately as you did in COH3. Well, anyway, the Pios do get a nice engagement there against the scouts. I think the scouts might have done better if they just manned up and tried to fight.
The enemy has taken
Especially if you've got like nowhere to go, like no supporting units coming in, like where are you really trying to run? You're just trying to bank on your opponent making a mistake and not continuing to chase you, but I don't think it's a good thing to have to rely on at the relatively high ranks.
Sectors are isolated. We have been
Making an elementary mistake at this early stage of the match. He just sets up, but Rifleman did continue running past, so they're not going to take any suppression yet. Second machine gun, actually, okay, for Dugo. I believe Pioneers do have bonus sight range in this game, same as Company of Heroes 2, which helps you utilize your machine gun. Can be a little bit hard to gauge your machine gun's range, though, since they don't have those firing indicators all the way across. Rifleman in a bit of an awkward position. They're backing away, avoiding the Grenadiers. So they might have jumped into the building there. Meanwhile, harassing this fuel over here. And still no connection on this fuel for Dugo. I suppose he did have control of this one for quite some time, but a little bit slow winding things up.
We have lost the sector.
Bit of a skirmish. Okay, here we go. Rifleman making their move, coming in on the flank of the machine gun. Reveal themselves though, running through the capture circle, but there's a lot of squads coming through at once. It looks like this is going to be enough firepower. Blue Skidrow to overcome. Gets the suppression on, but you can't keep that squad suppressed. So he has to give up the chase. Can't get the Grenadiers to focus them down and then switch the machine gun to face this angle. Doesn't work like that in this game. So a good move there from Blue Skidrow. I mean, maybe Dugo should have been expecting that, given that the squad did run through this capture circle, revealing itself. Not a huge deal. First squad of Panzer Grenadiers out, so Panzer Grenadier Company, it means. Pio's got a decap on the fuel. Okay, Riflemen were in the retreat path potentially, but not
Victory point lost.
Not going to be able to hang around. Machine gun suppressing them, force them away. Panzer Grenadiers actually chase outside of the cutoff. Try to hunt down this Rifleman. MG's coming up though to provide some support shortly, and second Panzergren now for Dugo. damage on the rifles. They backpedal off to some more cover, but the Pigrins are going to chase them. Just to this wall here, though. They want to continue the decap. Maybe now they could consider closing in further. And they are going to. Got to watch out, you know, the rifleman could tick grenades at some stage like this. Just do have to watch that engagement quite closely. MG though under some pressure from this side. We've got the captain coming in, providing a bit of a flank.
Sector lost.
Reposition on the machine gun.
Capture point is being overrun.
So it does meet an infantry support center for Blue Skidrow. Captain is going to be able to get around the side. But, you know, you go for these big flanks, and at the moment, seems like maybe the machine gun setup times are faster than they were in Company 302, at least for the machine gun MG42. With such a wide arc. Makes these kind of flanks actually a bit too difficult, I'd say. Maybe the setup time needs to be half a second longer. Coming in here with the Greyhounds. It's popping the machine gun upgrade. MG's on the run. Dugo not prepared for this. Builds a pack in reaction. Doesn't have any mines down that I've seen so far. That would be one of the benefits of the double pioneer style. And yeah, 2 Panzer Grenadiers, only 1 Grenadier. Oh, he's trying to plunder mine now. It's too late. It's quite annoying. Stop key for stopping planting mines is on S rather than on W. It really irritates me a lot.
One of our capture points is under attack.
But, you know.
Sector now under enemy control.
That's how it is.
Give us a target.
AT gun sets up. And connects, actually. Greyhound.
The enemy have taken our territory.
Looks like it's taking a little bit of damage from small arms as well. Just a little bit, though. 5, I think.
Infantry regret shooting at us!
Greyhound probing from range.
The enemy is stealing.
Gets another AT gun shot now, though. Backs away at a bad angle. No attack ground, though, from Dugo. Definitely, I feel there was an opportunity to go for an attack ground attempt. Hope for the kill there. Scouts forced away, but no chase down from the Pigrins. I feel like there was a wipe on offer there. Dugo making a bit of a mistake with his unit control.
Infantry taking shots at us! Shoot back!
Pigrins closing in now. Do have some engineers out the back for Blue Skidrow, getting some repairs going. Also has the mid tent up. MG sets up to fire on the squad that had retreated. He's going to try bait the rifleman in, but it's just out of range. His range indicators, yeah, kind of a. You know, you might think that they are indicating that you can fire all the way up to here, but as we saw, it's not the case. Just one of those circles. I think Code 2 had the same thing, but at least then you could see the circle that would cut off short of that distance. Give you a better indication of what the actual range was. And yeah, tries to stick around to offer a couple flame bursts. Ooh, a late lock-in here. He's gone down to smoke. Maybe he's going to go for the mechanized assault group? That would be unusual.
They are securing our capture point.
I thought maybe we were going to see the command tank, perhaps, but unlock the smoke plane doesn't seem that likely. Oh, wow. Okay, AT gun and a Panzerfaust. There goes the Greyhound. Okay, this Dugo's right back in it with the Greyhound kill.
Territory sector lost.
Just to go for a predictive grenade, expecting them to run to the cover, but they did not. They ran right past it. I would expect bars would be on offer at the moment, so I guess it's going to be a fast tick up.
Incendiary bombs have been made available.
For Blue Skidrow. He's gone for a sniper, so I suppose that does fill the gap in terms of anti-infantry. Don't need the bars as much when you can lean on the sniper, and up against, you know, a relatively high value squad like the Panzer Grenadiers. Should be applying some pretty good manpower bleed.
The enemy has claimed our sector.
And, you know, if you're up against like Pios, one snipe and then they just have to retreat because they could easily just die. So low in model count. Panzer Grenadiers sprinting forwards with their ability, mechanized assault. Seem to be a few abilities where you can kind of sprint and fire in this game. And this is what I was talking about. Tries to charge in with the Pios. Sloppy stuff there from Dugo. Ends up going down. And okay, no, he did go for bars, Blue Skidrow. That was very late. Maybe he was hurting for manpower, but that was extremely late. Might even have been worth like cancelling auto reinforce if it was a manpower obstacle. It is sprinting forwards, trying to get onto the sniper out the back. You have to be careful. Snipers with their very high received accuracy this patch can die extremely quickly. So it's a nice, like, kind of soft counter. The Peregrines provide some sprint and a bit of pressure there. Forces it back, but still bad for Dugo's manpower ultimately.
One of our capture points is under attack.
Bit of a flank coming through on the machine gun. Does get some suppression on the captain. That's going to get forced back.
We have 300 points remaining.
There it goes.
We are losing control of a sector.
Okay, we've got the Panzer Company out the back. And he's got the fuel for a tank now. So this is what Dugo's been stalling for. And honestly, hasn't been too bad for Dugo. The Greyhounds didn't really do that much damage, and the late bars kind of let him off the hook a bit. Definitely hasn't been under that much pressure, all things considered. And about to strike back with this Panzer IV. No, he's gone for a Brumbier. Really? He's gone double AT guns, I guess. Brumbier does have a lot of sight. I feel like he's not going to be able to kill the sniper, though, with the Brumbier, like ever. It's so short range.
The enemy have taken our territory.
Alright, well, we'll see how he gets on with it.
Give us a target.
Did, of course, receive a reload buff in the last patch, so it is a bit stronger. Interesting. Went for late MP40s on the Grenadiers.
Bombers fueled and ready for target. We can't stay here.
MG's coming down.
We are losing control of a sector.
Sniper! Where the fuck is he?
Sniper taking a couple shots here. Oh, he's playing chicken. Who's going to win? It's the Grenadiers. Those MP40s are pretty good on them. Let's try and look up the stats on them, but I think COH3 stats had the wrong numbers. For that model in particular. So yeah, you got to be careful of those snipers. As I said, what's it, 1.5 target size? Makes them extremely easy to hit. Even the SMG at kind of mid-range, doing big damage. So that's one big obstacle cleared for Dugo. I was worried about how he'd deal with a sniper considering he went for the Brumbier, but doesn't have to worry about that.
We are down to 250 points.
Doesn't have to worry about the victory points, though. Already ticked under halfway.
Rapid production
Back the other way.
are in effect.
We've got Tank Depot. Skidrow has gone for
points.
armoured, but went for Tank Depot with armoured.
They've captured a victory
Went for
point.
War Machine early on.
Riflemen are being
Don't
upgraded with
see
grenade
this too
packages.
often.
Firing.
Most players just going straight for the Easy 8 stall.
Our front line fails. 250
I think,
points
you know, if you
remain.
are going to go for that kind of build, you should probably be going for the mechanized support center so you can get 76mm Shermans. Some Stormtrooper here.
You reckon they know we're here?
Not too much done here from the Brumbier. It's got one vehicle destroyed, it says. Does it count? I think it ran over the wreck of the Greyhound. I guess that counts as a vehicle kill. Okay, it's a Hellcat actually from Blue Skidrow. Okay, I wasn't expecting that. Straight away Vet 1, of course, with the battle group.
How did we miss this?
Okay, does come out here with a sweeper. In fact, that's a rebuild on the Pioneers as well.
Say's a word. Send word. Over.
Upgrade them with a sweeper. Bit of a steering match at the moment. MG locking down the far flank. Looks like these riflemen do not have the second bar, so the MP40 Greens actually should do pretty well against them. Should try and stay in cover here. Oh, faking a grenade. MG's going to spin around to assist. But yeah, the Grenadiers with Vet 2 and only a single bar on the rifleman, they actually end up winning this. Throws out a grenade, but it looks like the heavy cover did block half the damage. So it wasn't really that impactful. The Brumbier was coming down to assist just in case, not needed. Rebuild on the sniper meanwhile for Blue Skidrow. Probably like a pretty decent idea.
Be reinforced without your permission.
He's got, you know, all these team weapons and the Panzer Grenadiers, Stormtrooper, like, it's pretty expensive units to reinforce. Because the sniper should be a pretty good option, so I guess he's going for Hellcats
Do you want us to look
and
like
snipers.
fucking targets?
Composition I haven't really seen, but most of my games, most of the players have been playing very meta strategies. Took one shot, had to retreat. That's the impact of the reduced sight on the sniper now. Acting alone, it's not that effective.
AT support?
Driving around here, the Hellcat comes up, takes a shot itself, lost vision of the Brumbier, so not going to get any damage done. So he doesn't have the machine gun upgrade. Is the Vet 1 on the Hellcat free?
Enemy down to 250
Oh,
points.
he went for
Repeat, 250.
first strike, okay.
Look at all these. Our adversary is pushing back. We are down to 250 points.
Well, in that case it is free. Got a big move coming out on this side. Gonna expect the machine gun to be in the same position again, I would guess.
We are losing control of a sector.
Does he expect this sniper to still have
We have
vision?
a surplus of command points available.
Maybe he forgot about the patch change. This replay is from about a week ago now. Oh, double snares. That's an engine crit on the Panzer. And here comes the Hellcat looking to clean it up.
Sector
Missed his first shot, which is
under
bad
enemy
news.
control.
Dropping the speed boost, the Panzer IV switched its turret direction. Oh, it's not enough damage? 20 health remaining. Oh, that's a disaster. He does have the rifleman nearby. I imagine the anti-tank grenades Gonna come off cooldown.
We have lost the
Good
Panzer.
rotation of the AAT guns for Dugo, arriving in time to at least get the trade. Pretty good, all things considered, you know, after taking a snare like that in that position. We managed to save it. Salvage it, I suppose, would maybe be a better description. Big damage there from the Boombear. Into the retreat path, so it's going to be a nice early retreat from Blue Skidrow. Doesn't want to take any risks.
Ready!
Use of the shock assault ability.
Enemy forces have captured a
Turning
victory
up
point.
the damage.
Our infantry will be reinforced automatically.
Sniper coming down again. Blue Skidrow really need to address this sniper usage.
That was a sniper!
Constantly sending it out isolated. Without any vision.
200
Recipe
points
for
remain.
disaster.
We are losing our grasp.
Nice quick reaction times though. The Boombear. I don't know if this can how much damage this does per shot, if it's possible for it to one hit the sniper. Some attack rounds. Pretty long shell travel time firing over all those obstacles. Running up the slope. Fresh Hellcat coming up. We do have the double anti-tank guns nearby. One shot in. Double AT guns are right there though. Big 1-2 punch. Hellcat having to back out. Might have been an attack round. AT guns under some pressure from the riflemen who have gone for sprint. Trying to get the decrew. But driving past the capture circle, the AT guns get some vision. Luckily the Hellcat only took one shot. The second AT gun hadn't set up in time. That was a close call. Gotta be careful about driving past those VP flags with their vision. It's been pretty even on the VP trades over the last few minutes. You know, Dugo was 250 to Blue Skidrow pretty much at max. So they both lost around 70
One of our capture
over the
points
same
is
course
under
of
attack.
time.
Panzer
Rebuild on the
field
P4
ready.
now from Dugo, who's getting pretty close to the population limit now. Unlocks Blitzkrieg. Did go for the incendiary bombing run as well, which is a decent ability. Comes in a
Bastards
little bit
have
slow,
secured our
but
territory from us.
can do some pretty nasty damage on infantry. Keeping sprinting in, looking to pressure the sniper again. Oh, the pour it on him, working well, shutting down that Peregrine assault. Double AT guns lining up. I wonder if it might have been worth Dugo going for the vet side tech, since we double Peregrines, double AT guns. So, dodge. Luckily they're pretty healthy, 120
The adversary is trying to
per
take one
model,
of our
so
points.
doesn't really lose too much there. Rifleman grenade only 87 damage, I believe, so yeah. Have to calculate that, whether you actually want to throw it or not.
This should hold you for now. Make the infantry regret shooting at us!
Alarm. Sector overrun.
Now that everything's actually reinforced, pretty close to the limit for Dugo. Maybe could squeeze in one more Pioneer, that's it. They've saved up a good amount of munitions now. Maybe Blitzkrieg could be on the agenda. But Blue Skidrow, okay, he's got a second Hellcat out now. And a second sniper as
We
well.
have lost control of a victory point.
Interesting.
Resources captured. Bring up support.
I'll be getting some mines down on these. I'm always mining these two roads on this map. So I might be giving away my tactics to you guys, but especially in this situation, Blue Skidrow doesn't have any sweeper. He's ripe for the mining. Oh, he forgot to cancel the mine, and he loses his engineers. Double Hellcats now chasing down the Panzer, and the AT guns are nowhere to be seen. Double Hellcats going stationary, and there they go. P4 dead. Don't know if Dugo had seen the second Hellcat before that stage. But if he had, that was a bit foolish sending out the Panzer IV with absolutely no support. It's just asking for trouble. Maybe you could bait them into some mines. If he had some mines down, that would be the only situation that would make sense.
A capture point is being overrun.
So yeah, Dugo. It was looking kind of strong for a second there, but with that loss, now right back down the dumps. Great AT gun positioning though for these Hellcats. They're coming down. Where's the second anti-tank gun though? Oh, it's all the way up here and it gets decrewed. What was it doing that far forwards? Was he capping with it? Oh my god. Hellcat now getting around. Oh, the Brumbear easy. MG getting overrun. Both AT guns decrewed. What a collapse from Dugo. Really? I think he's dropping down the incendiary bombing run here. Going in a little bit slow though, as I said. AT guns already picked up and evacuated the area. Long gone. Was that a squad wipe there? Maybe was it a scout squad that just died? Not entirely sure. Ah, yeah, well, those were a couple rather poor plays from Dugo. Anti-tank gun positioning, very shoddy. So greedy, trying to cap with a machine gun like that. Doesn't take much, I suppose, against the double snipers to lose your AT gun after you attempt something like that. But yeah, at least is in control of VPs at this stage. Has enough resources to rebuild, and it looks like this second anti-tank gun didn't actually get killed off, so it was a bit of a mistake from Blue Skidrow. He took this, ran it back to base, but didn't take the time to kill off the second AT gun. So Dugo right back in the mix now with that pickup, and pretty close to the fuel for a Panzer IV. Maybe saving for the Tiger though. Just about buying time for the resources. 700 manpower. Got the phosphorus rounds coming in here.
The enemy has 300 points
A
remaining.
little bit of damage. So T-gun again capping. Okay, it does have the machine gun upgrade, so it can actually do something here.
Victory point is under enemy control.
Right, a little bit of a threat. Double snipers though occupied over here. Hellcat continuing to circle. And yeah, the AT gun is in a little bit of trouble. Snipers under pressure. P-Green sprints in. Forces them to retreat. Hellcat continuing to circle the AT gun. So it might take a shot here though. Very close to going down. Of course, you do want to be on the other side. There we go. So the gun shield's not providing any defense. Oh, double grenades onto the machine gun. Just about decrews it. And there it goes. Great move there from Blue Skidrow. He's going to go for the steal on that as well. Grenades out trying to prevent the steal, and they are strong. That stick grenade assault, very good. I wonder if they have a stronger stick grenade assault than the Grenadiers. I haven't actually looked into that. See what the damage is. It'll look like it.
They still have 250 points left.
This is called
We must
stick grenade
persevere.
assault, and this one's just called grenade assault.
We are here.
So you would imagine they'd have different stats.
Hunter engaging.
Anyway, decrew and kill on that AT gun. So, good news for Blue Skidrow. But he's actually drained out on VPs quite rapidly over this period. Trying to go for like aggressive flanks and whatnot. Just about paid dividends if he managed to steal away that machine gun. But because he didn't, he's in a bit of trouble territory control wise. Flame engineer coming forwards, going for the cap.
The enemy is stealing our
MG coming up.
from us.
Laid out. Decent dodge.
Enemy forces have captured a victory point.
Scout's going to come and do the capping while the engineers do the repairs. Double snipers pressuring. Peregrines have to get out of there. AT gun rolling up for Dugo. What? Hold on. Wasn't he saving for a tiger?
The enemy have taken our territory.
Ah, man. What was he? How much does AT gun cost? 260. So we at 500. If he just like held off on reinforcements for a little bit, could have got the tiger out. I probably would have turned off auto reinforce, conceded a bit of territory control, and stalled for the tiger myself, I think. We're on from the rifles. Might have enough firepower. They do have the double bars to get the suppression off. Snipers sneaking around with a bit of light cover provided by all the craters. Ends up retreating anyway. Good flank there. Opens up the cap on the far edge of the map.
The battle is in our favor. Secure our victory.
Almost bang even on VPs at this stage though. Very close match. If you're Blue Skidrow, probably be wondering where all the manpower is going. But maybe the double snipers, maybe you could attribute it to that.
The enemy has taken a victory point.
On anti-infantry duties here. Might as well be. 4 infantry kills. Here comes some infantry to try and contest the capture.
Territory sector lost.
Panzer Grenadiers working well against the flame engineers, but here come the double snipers. Peregrines, nicely retreat though. So he just moves the double machine guns out to this edge. Hellcat's in here, providing some assistance. One squad's getting out of there, but the Peregrines are going to hang around to cap. Have you guys noticed that? It seemed like in Company of Heroes 2, like, if one model got stuck, the whole squad would kind of continue retreating at top speed, and eventually the one model would run at turbo speed to catch up. But it seems in CO3, the whole squad kind of waits around for the final man. Different philosophy, you know? It went from every man for himself to no man left behind.
The enemy
Seems to be the case.
MG42 and crew ready.
We've got double snipers rolling up now.
How much ammo do we have? Enough to see us.
Dugo is definitely struggling to save his manpower, get this tiger out.
Sniper! I'm hit! Ah!
These double snipers getting the job done. We've got 12 on this one. 17 on the other. Oh, with a pack. Was he using that pack to cap again? Oh no. He's bringing up a bunch of infantry now. Double snipers actually. Peregrines wrapping around. This could be nasty. We've got a bulldozer coming in. Okay, Peregrines chasing down the snipers.
Victory point lost. Oh,
one down. Both of them down. I thought both of them were still in there because I didn't see the corpse of the other sniper as they were retreating, but they were stacked right on top of each other. You couldn't actually see at all. That's how stacked the units were. Alright, well that was a good move from Dugo in the end. Able to recover the AT gun. Killed off both snipers. And actually getting kind of close in terms of manpower. Has turned off auto-reinforce this time. So finally I think we're gonna see the Tiger for Dugo. Stolen MG42, I guess I missed that happening. It's guarding the other VP.
We have territory cut off from supply.
And I was going to talk about the bulldozer, Sherman. I don't think it's worthwhile. It's a bit of a risk from Blue Skidrow. You know, he's well, at the time that he had this, he already had double snipers for anti-infantry. And, you know, you haven't seen a tank for so long. You've seen the MP40 Grenadiers. You have to be expecting a Tiger at this stage. And is one Hellcat enough to stop the Tiger? Not really. Oh, managed to get a wipe on the Pyos at least. Got the riflemen rolling up so they can threaten the double AT need snares. So the Tiger does have to stop the chase. Looks like it's gonna happen anyway. Triple AT grenades. Does have a stolen pack as well. Rebuild on the sniper from Blue Skidrow immediately. Pushing forwards, sniper retreating, Hellcat coming in from the side. The AT gun's back there in support though.
Enemy forces have
VP pressure is on Dugo though. And he, you know, ran into a machine gun up here, so 3-man Pigrin might have a bit of trouble. Oh, he's just about got the assault ready though. That could help with the flank. Just the one Pioneer at this stage. Of course the other one went down to the bulldozer. So taking a while to repair up the Tiger, even though it didn't take that much damage. A lot of repairs required back the other way for Blue Skidrow though as well. Okay, here comes the sniper. Again, no spotter. Does it gain vision with a vet? Doesn't look like it at any stage of vet. Almost seems like it has like a 1 vision range edge of the squads, right? So we've seen that a couple times where it's able to shoot and not be shot against the Stormtrooper.
The enemy has claimed our territory for their own.
Only one AT grenade is going to come through, so the Tiger not going to have any lasting engine damage.
We have lost control of a victory point.
Coming in from the side with the rifleman now. MG under pressure.
A machine gun has been destroyed.
Steals the machine gun. Or does he? He's decrewed. Okay, Hellcat's still not back up to full strength. Neither is the Sherman, but he's mobilizing it nonetheless. Tiger's out here. 5 kills now.
We have 100 points left.
Getting down to the danger zone in terms of VPs for both players. Did go for the utility package on the scout. Bit of a late retreat though, could be his undoing. Oh! Wow. So much damage even at that range. I suppose they are a vet too. Trying to hide away from the bulldozer. No AT over this side whatsoever. For Dugo. Here comes the Tiger. damage from the bulldozer. Double Hellcats. Oh, this could be a bit of a nasty one for Dugo. Rifleman nearby. If either of them had the sprint, that was a prime time to use it. Probably could have sprinted into 18-ators. Double Hellcats circling around, but there is a pack back here. Now it's under pressure from the rifles though. Tiger a little bit isolated, is already a little bit low after taking a few stolen pack shots. And there goes that pack. Now the Hellcats looking to finish the job. The Tiger though, getting a great hit off. Trades the Vet 3 Hellcat, but Tiger goes down and it's looking good for Blue Skidrow. Trying to hide in the smoke. The sniper missed its shot. Oh, and that's going to do it. Dugo's going to throw in the towel right there. Alright. Well, it was a good bit of back and forth. I don't know about Dugo's starting build order. Yeah, the double Pyos, I'm not convinced that they are the way, but as I said, I do think that Pyos do have a sight range advantage. So maybe he's hoping to use kind of like the old Wehrmacht style from COH3, double Pyo, double MG. Use the Pyos boosted vision to help the machine guns operate at max range, but didn't really seem to play out that way. Blue Skidrow didn't really have that much success with the Greyhound, and I think that did allow Dugo quite smooth passage up to the Panzer IV. But yeah, in the late game, it all ended up going pretty well for Blue Skidrow. It seemed like he had just so much extra manpower to work with. Maybe it was from the bleed applied by all the sniping. And whenever he took losses, he was able to bounce back quite smoothly. So yeah, maybe snipers, you know, they did get nerfed, but maybe they're still the way to go. Especially if you're up against like a relatively heavy team weapon play, like we saw from Dugo with the double machine gun, double AT guns. Well, anyway, guys, wrap on that. If you like your game to be cast by me, details are in the video description below. Otherwise, I'll catch you all for the next thrilling installment. Goodbye and good luck.